One day, the most powerful being ever created looked at 800 miles of ocean. The only thing standing between Ram and Sita, and sat down in silence. Not because he was afraid, because he had forgotten he could fly. You know exactly what that silence feels like. You've stood at the edge of the thing you were born for. The conversation, the risk, the leap, and gone completely still. Not because the ability wasn't there, because somewhere between who you arrived as and who the world reshaped you into, you forgot what you were carrying. Valmiki Ramayana, Kishkinda Kand. Not a fable, not a metaphor. The oldest and most precise documentation of what happens when extraordinary capability meets the wrong voice at the wrong age. Written 3,000 years before psychology had a name for it. Lord Hanuman, son of Vayu, god of all breath, all wind, all life in motion, born with the strength to uproot entire mountain ranges. Speed that made thought look slow. As a child, he looked at the sun rising on the horizon and leaped toward it. Not from recklessness, from complete, unshakable certainty. Nothing in this universe was beyond him. That certainty was not arrogance. It was his truest nature. Indra's Vajra struck him mid-leap. His jaw shattered. He fell from the sky. Vayu withdrew all breath from the universe. Every living being began to suffocate. Brahma, Indra, Agni, Varuna, Yamraj all came. Each poured boons into Hanuman to restore peace. Immunity from fire, from divine weapons, strength without ceiling. The universe itself poured its power into a child. Then the rishis, whose meditations Hanuman had shattered, spoke their curse. He would forget every power he possessed until another named it back to him. The most gifted being in the universe placed inside forgetting. Not because the power left, because the memory of it was taken. Years passed. Lord Ram's war reached its most desperate moment. Sita imprisoned in Lanka. The ocean, 800 miles of roaring sea, stood between the Vanar army and any hope. The greatest warriors measured distances and announced impossibility. And Lord Hanuman sat quietly at the edge, said nothing, tried nothing. He had forgotten. Then Jambavan, the ancient bear king, keeper of all memory, turned. Not to the army, directly to Hanuman, and spoke. Do you not know who you are? What followed was not a miracle. It was a memory returning. Lord Hanuman stood. The earth shook beneath his feet. He grew, not in rage, not in performance, in recognition. The sky filled with his form. He exhaled once, and every tree at the shoreline bent sideways from a single breath. Then he leaped. "800 miles, one bound." Lanka trembled when he landed. The ocean didn't get smaller. He just remembered he could fly. The job you stopped applying for. The creative work sitting in a draft folder for 3 years. The conversation with someone who needed to hear what only you could say. That is not laziness. That is not inadequacy. That is the curse. Someone spoke the wrong words at precisely the right moment in your formation. A parent, a teacher, a single failure held as permanent proof. And you accepted it as identity. The power never left. The memory did. Jambavan's words to Hanuman in Kishkinda Kand carry one truth above all others. In you, everything already exists. Not if you earn it. Not if you prove it. Not if you work hard enough to deserve it. In you, present tense, already. Waiting only for the voice that names it back. The curse was never that Hanuman was powerless. The curse was that he forgot he wasn't. He sat at that ocean for years. The full power of the universe living inside him.
It is impossible!
Watching others call it impossible. Then one voice spoke the truth. And the war that could not be won was won. Jambavan spoke. Hanuman finally heard. Somewhere in your life, someone has already said it. Are you ready to listen?